Hello, welcome back to the Film Podcast. I'm Poet. I'm joined by Zaki. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
And today we'll be talking about our favorite wrestlers over the last 30 years, our top 10. So I'm excited for this one. We both grew up with wrestling and enjoyed it quite a lot growing up. Zaki, any thoughts before we jump into our top 10s?
So these lists are just our favorite growing up. It's not a list about who we think is the best top 10 of all time. And also, we're leaving out Benoit due to obvious reasons. Otherwise, I think he'll be on both of our list. He probably would have been my second on my list. But yeah, just due to the whole thing, controversies and stuff, we're leaving him out.
Cool. In saying that, do you want to get started with your number 10?
My number 10, the ultimate warrior. Ultimate warrior.
Warrior and Gentlemen, Ultimate Warrior.
High energy, cool makeup. He was my favorite as a kid. Maybe it wouldn't be my favorite as an adult, but I did love him as a kid, so I had to put him there. He had some great matches too. I know people say he sucked, but I think the matches with Macho King and Macho Man were really good.
Yeah.
Especially the one where Macho King turned face when Miss Elizabeth came and saved him. That match. Was is in my memory as a classic.
Yeah, for sure. I also enjoyed the one he had with Hulk Hogan for the belt. WrestleMania. I don't know which WrestleMania was. The one in Toronto, Skydome. Um, that was a classic.
Yeah, I was actually with Ultimate Warrior in that match. I remember that.
Yeah, I wanted him to win as well, and he did. He won the. He was already the Intercontinental Champion, right?
Yeah,
At
that
that time.
was his title, first time ever, I think.
Yeah, that was exciting. Yeah, and he kind of beat Hogan in his prime. They were trying to push Warrior to be the kind of replacement for Hogan, but
Was he a replacement then?
no, he was not.
They were still cool. I mean, he still did a lot that
Yeah,
people didn't, though.
yeah, he did. He did. He was the world champ. He carried the company for a while. Apparently, he didn't have a great attitude backstage, so he didn't last. But overall, some really cool matches and some fun moments with that guy.
But saying that, he did, like, he went to WCW too old. So he kind of did last for a while, but yeah, not number one or anything, but he did last in the business for a bit.
Yeah, yeah, I would say so.
You're number 10.
And yeah, I just he was also in a tag team with Sting beforehand. But anyway, my number 10 is Mankind, also known as Mick Foley,
What?
Cactus Jack, and Dude Love. Oh yeah, baby, I like the Mankind.
Dude love. Something, something, something. Dude love.
Dude Love, Cactus Jack. I think I like Mankind the most because Mankind was really sinister before he became a comedy guy. He had some great matches
Yeah,
with.
Mankind or him just being Mick Foley more.
I think I like Mankind the best. Then Mick Foley, then Cactus Jack, and lastly Dude Love. Dude Love was funny though, but he had some gruesome matches with the Undertaker. He had some early matches with the Undertaker as well, which were more technical. With the also with Shawn Michaels, it was a really good match. He had a match in the Boiler Room that was really cool. Of course, the Hell in the Cell with Undertaker. Rivalry with Triple H. But overall, I just like him as a person. I read his autobiography, the one that was number one,
Have a nice day.
and Have a Nice Day. Yeah, and I just like his story because he wasn't super athletic or anything, but he just loved wrestling. And
Good thing about him, he always put people over, like Randy Orton, Triple H.
yeah,
He put over the younger generation too when he was getting older.
yeah, a little too much, but yeah, he did definitely was not selfish. As a wrestler, took a lot of punishment too. Unfortunately, that ended his career early at 34, I think 34, 35. But yeah, one of the greats, according to me, anyway.
Bang bang.
Yes.
And he worked there with Paul Bear too for a while.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
I like that evil Mankind when he was feuding with the Undertaker in the '90s. That was really cool.
All right, my number 9 is yes, yes, yes. Daniel Bryan, technical wrestler. The last guy that reminds me of the old school wrestling that you can go fast, aerobatic. Made a beautiful comeback after a neck injury that people said he'll never come back. And especially a couple of years ago when the whole Yes movement was happening, I was with him before that too. So it was great seeing someone you liked get that push and
Yeah.
win both of the titles. A great wrestler, decent on the mic, nothing amazing, but decent enough, likable. And yeah, he reminded me of the old guys like Mr. Perfect and the Hitman and stuff. So
Hmm.
yeah, so I believe he was trained by Shawn Michaels' school, his academy. So yeah, Daniel Bryan is number 9. Now you can watch him on Total Divas.
Is he still wrestling? He still is,
They
right?
came back after the neck injury, so he's rest.
Yeah. He was a world champ again, right, for a while.
Yeah, he came back with a cool gimmick, the environment and stuff. So he made his own title belt, organic title belt and stuff.
Oh my god! Thank God I
That
don't
was a
watch
couple of years
wrestling.
ago, but that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. I got number 9. Woo! Ric Flair, one of the most famous wrestlers in the world. What else can you say except woo? Space Mountain, limousine riding, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun.
Uh, Probably the greatest of the mic of all time, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The greatest in the mic for sure.
Especially when he's a heel, cocky, but you could also do the angry promos pretty good. You really see his face turn red, and
Yeah, the guy had great stamina. He had great matches. He had matches against everybody, man. Like who didn't he have? He had matches against a lot of people.
he wrestled.
Uh,
But yeah, he did.
yeah, he'd been wrestling for 30, 40 years, so I think it's a little too long to go in his matches. But he had matches with Steamboat. Sting was probably his most famous opponent,
He had some
and
matches too when he was old in WWE.
yeah,
Michael,
Taker,
of
Jericho, um, Angle. I think he had matches with Brett. Um,
course, you got to talk about the Four Horsemen. He was part of that, leader of that.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Four Horsemen with Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and I forget the fourth guy. I think it kept revolving, didn't it?
Arn
They
Anderson.
kept changing. Ole Anderson as well, and then later, the four got changed. Sid Vicious came in. Uh,
Yeah, on the list.
There's a new baby face in town, and his name is Sid Vicious. Yeah, Sid Vicious was in there for a while, but yeah, Four Horsemen were also in the Hall of Fame, and as well as Ric Flair himself. So yeah, kudos to Ric Flair. He's been around for a long time, won every title, one of the most famous wrestlers and people in the world. So woo!
My number 8. People are probably shocked it's so low, but it is what it is. That's the bottom line. Let's go, Uncle So.
What? Carl Scone will give you a damn stunner for putting him so low, man. What the hell?
I don't know. Just yeah, it's just that's what it is.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
A lot
enough.
of
Any?
the interchange, though. To be honest, from the 4th to the 8th, they're all different days. There'll be different orders, but
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Stone Cold was awesome. I mean, what one of the best of all time. Like, not much you can say about him. Like whoop ass, the
Yeah,
promos, the attitude.
yeah. Top merchandise seller of all time.
He actually
Um,
saved WWE versus WCW with McMahon. The whole thing that saved them.
yeah. I think it was like a 4-year run. I think he sold more. He basically the best
That's the only
uh,
reason he's not higher because that character like was doing really hot. Yeah, for like 4 years, but then yeah,
ticket seller of all
then
time.
he
But
got
yeah,
injured. Yeah, and stuff. But
yeah. Unfortunately, limited by injuries, had to retire in his 30s. But yeah, obviously Stone Cold. What can you say? He's one of the best, and I'm sure he's going to come up again. Um, anything else before we move on? Uh,
well, that's it for the Rattlesnake is done for now.
all right, my next
Also has
one,
a
which
podcast, Broken Skulls.
my next one is Sting from mainly WCW. Yeah, I like Sting ever since WCW when he was wearing the black and white, like the Crow movie, and he was going against the NWO and he didn't say anything. That was awesome. And he was really good in the ring too, athletic. He had the sharpshooter type move, Stingray, and yeah, just had really cool look, cool moves, great in the ring overall.
Called the Scorpion Deathlock.
Yeah, Scorpion Deathlock. That's called Japan, but I think yeah, yeah. So Sting, yeah, one of the best.
Yeah, Sting is someone I always heard about, even when I was a WWF fan and didn't even watch WCW. You always knew who Sting was when he was beach blonde, spiky hair, and that face paint. You always
Yeah,
knew about it, and you always thought it was cool. But yeah, I didn't watch WCW. But yeah. We started watching WCW at the right time when Sting was just getting hot.
yeah, yeah. What was your what's your next one?
Number 7 is "You Suck, You Suck." It's true. It's damn true. Kurt Angle, great
Woo.
wrestler. I
Yes.
got another great promo, great acting backstage, comedy and serious.
Yeah.
Stuff he did with Austin was funny. Y2J, Edge, Christian, Benoit stuff, hilarious backstage.
Damn.
But could
I
go,
forgot about him. I forgot about him. I probably would have put him instead of Mankind. But yeah, go.
yeah, what can you say about this guy? Olympic gold medalist with a freaking broken neck.
It's true. It's damn true.
Him and Austin had a great feud too.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's an awesome wrestler, great
Aw- Awesome. Yeah.
mic, uh, charismatic, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. He was one of the best. Um, and in that same mode, I'll go to my next one. Is Y2J Chris Jericho.
Y2J, Y2J.
Still the best wrestler I've seen in real life when we went to those wrestling shows is Jericho. Um, yeah, always changing his character all the time, and very diverse. Like he had different characters: heel, babyface. Really funny, really good on the mic, great on the mic, one of the best, and really great wrestler. Still the best wrestler I've seen in real life to this day. Uh, yeah, he's just amazing.
Yeah, he did not make my list, but I was thinking he was on my list. I had to remove him.
Yeah,
I always liked him, but yeah, he's in my top 20. But if you go best wrestlers of all time, yeah, he's going to be near the top. But this is favorite list, so
yeah. He was always one of my favorites, as you know. Like I always liked him.
but yeah, I started a Y2J chant in a house show once. So
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I was there. I can confirm this happened. I can also confirm that someone threw a glow stick at Jericho and he got pissed off in real life and tried to beat up that fan. And he was stopped by a security guard. Do you remember that?
yeah, I remember that.
What was it? Which son of a bitch threw that glow stick at me? I think that's what he said.
Yeah, we were watching it live.
Oh my god! And he tweeted about it. He goes, "Oh, this is my life. I get throwing sticks. People throwing sticks at me."
Yeah, not
uh,
Canadian wrestler.
yeah, another one from Canada. Another
It's similar
legendary.
too. So the yeah, Y2J, great feuds.
Great
The
matches with every.
Intercontinental days, like those guys elevated that belt at that time.
Yeah, Kurt Angle, Benoit. He had matches with Shawn Michaels.
The-
Everybody.
Yeah,
Austin, Triple H,
Latino Heat.
Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, he danced with everybody, man.
So yeah, that goes to my number 6, Latino Heat.
Heat Guerrero. What?
Is that on your list?
He's also my number 6. So I guess we can talk about it at the same time.
Yeah, weird. Awesome Cruiserweight in WCW. That's where we saw him first.
Yeah. Oh, the filthy animals. I say. Don't you remember?
But even before that was Evolution. Evolution's the solution. Revolution. What's it called? Revolution. Right?
The Revolution. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was.
Revolution.
Yeah. You want to say it was Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn, Chris Benoit, and Dean Malenko.
Basically, the Rascals that got moved over to WWE, they all came together.
Yeah. Or it might have been Shane Douglas instead of Perry Saturn. And then when they went to WWE, Perry Saturn replaced Shane Douglas, something like that.
Can't remember, but yeah.
But that was the group, yeah, the Revolution. And then they changed that to the Radicals when they went to the WWE.
Yeah, what can you say about that guy, man? Awesome cruiserweight in WCW, but in WWE they let him shine with the mic and the backstage stuff with China when he's
Oh my god, he was so funny, man. So funny.
Lie, cheat, steal with Chavo Guerrero too. He can do any emotion too. He can make you hate him, boo him, cheer him, laugh.
Oh, he had great matches with Angle too, man. When he beat Angle by cheating in the WrestleMania to retain the belt.
Yeah, I lie and cheat, but at least I'm honest about it, Holmes.
I say,
And
I love it.
fake that he was sick, then China had to wrestle for him. then they released backstage footage where he really was
Oh
with
man.
the gun.
Oh man.
Keep it warm for me, baby.
Keep it warm for me, baby. He was the best, man.
Oh yeah, when he beat Brock
Uh,
Lesnar for the title out of nowhere, that was awesome too. I remember watching that at home.
yeah. He beat Brock Lesnar, yeah, for the title, world title. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was like a people's. Yeah, he suddenly became fast as a people's like fan favorite, right? His feud with The Rock was funny too.
Yeah, he just he won people over with his comedy and his awesome wrestling.
My daughter is a Rock fan, and I went to her room and I ripped off the posters. What
And I said to them, "Why, Porky? Why did you put the Rock's poster on your wall?" I say,
No, you say "por qué?" Like the kids would say "por qué?" Why, father?
"Oh,
Why?
Daddy, why, Father, did you rip the poster?" And I ripped it and I burned it, burned it. And of course, the famous line that he said to his cousin on the phone: "Watch it and tape it."
But perhaps his best line ever was the backstage seeing a Rikishi. I think that diaper is cutting the circulation to your head. Oh, wait a minute. That's a rat. If you think about it, I like the classic.
That guy should have been in the movies, man.
Wait a
Or
minute.
this guy's comedy was so good.
Yeah, oh, best comedian guy of all time, easily.
Easily. Rest in peace, by the way. Age 38, unfortunately. But um, oh yeah, I could talk about Eddie all day, but we got to move on to the number six.
Number
So is
five.
it number five? I'm sorry. Is it you or me? Because Eddie was both. You, it's
Number
you.
five is Sting. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Dun, 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 dun,
So
dun, dun.
we started watching. Just a little quick history. We started watching WCW only because Bret Hart was going there, and he did that infamous WCW sign. They were like, "Okay, we might as well start watching WCW."
Yeah,
Then we
and what?
realized,
Yeah, we didn't have
oh,
Sky Sports for a while too. That was also another reason.
but mainly, yeah, we went to see Bret Hart too. So
Yeah, Bret Hart.
while
Yeah,
going there, it's like we suddenly noticed the NWO and Sting and Goldberg and all that, Mysterio, Kidman. Oh man, we fell in love with WCW at that time. It was amazing. Like, what was
yeah. Because from '96 to '98, it was WCW that was ahead of WWE for the only 2 years.
Yeah, we came right near probably the last year where they were really on top. We started watching it,
Yeah,
and
uh,
I thought Sting was awesome. I love the movie The Crow, so I liked it there. And then Sting was an amazing wrestler, cool look, and you always have that history about him. You know who he is,
mm,
and yeah, just the mystery and like he was kind of like an Undertaker type of guy in WCW, but different too at the same time. It was just like
yeah,
cool and baseball
yeah,
bat coming down from the ceiling. And then that game, WCW Revenge versus NWO on N64 too, picking him there and just liking the character from there, that's the move set. And then of course having the same finisher as the Hitman too. It's like, oh man, that's pretty cool. Like
yeah,
similar body too, like similar, yeah.
yeah.
Guy could go and he was quiet, but he could also go on the mic. Yeah.
Yeah, he could. He could.
And he's in AEW now doing some stuff, but yeah, he's good on the mic. He did some crazy stuff in Impact too, where he was like a crazy Joker. I don't know if you ever saw that stuff.
No, I didn't really see that,
Like
but I saw some.
the Batman Joker, he was acting like that with his makeup different and stuff.
Cool.
It's like he's a crazy clown type of thing. But yeah,
Okay.
he could actually go until he was old too, before he got in.
Yeah, he could. Yeah.
So
Is he? You said he's in AW. Is he wrestling in AW or is he like a commissioner?
he's
What
gonna
is
do
he
like
doing?
2 matches a year, but I think he's just gonna be managing and stuff and just.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think he'll just do a few matches. I think he wants to end his wrestling career on a high. So
Yeah, he deserves that. The WWE did not use him well.
yeah, I think he got money and he got to live the experience of WrestleMania and stuff. But yeah, they didn't
Yeah,
really.
I mean, he was good in that match, but he should have went over Triple H. That's for sure. That was dumb.
Yeah, that was done. But yeah, now, but at least now he could. If he wrestles again, he'll have a last match probably.
Yeah,
But
yeah. You got a lot of.
they'll probably let him win. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they won't. But at least if he loses, he's putting someone over. Like Triple H was already old too. Well, there's no point that Triple H would have to win that match.
Yeah, that was dumb. That was just Vince's ego. But anyway, should we move on?
But yeah, also Sting in NWO Wolfpack was cool too with the red makeup. So
Oh yeah, he was. He was
Yeah,
definitely.
this is a cool character, like a long, yeah, black jacket, everything. So Sting definitely.
Yeah.
Who's your number five?
It is the Undertaker.
Number five. What the?
Yes, number five Taker. This is favorite, not best. So
Okay, you're disrespect. But yeah,
you gotta learn here, boy. Zaki. I love the Taker. So yeah, Taker, one of the most famous wrestlers of all time. He had great matches with so many people, man. Brett, Shawn Michaels, Austin, Triple H, Mankind, World Champion, Hell in a Cell, Brock Lesnar. I mean, you can go on forever, man. I can't even,
hey Brock,
Hulk
the
Hogan.
next big thing or the next big bitch?
Rob Van Dam, you got a lot to learn here, boy.
The Rock. I may not dress like a devil, but I'm still down with him, and I will go medieval on your ass.
Yeah, he had matches with The Rock too. I forgot
He
about that.
also altered his gimmick and then completely changed it in the 2000s to the American Badass. You got to note that.
Yeah, yeah, that was a cool. That was like a very cool gimmick. And then he eventually went back to the Dead Man, and he recently retired. So respect to Undertaker, Mark Calloway.
He's going to be on my list too, so I'll talk about him more later. So,
All right.
what number?
Um,
Four?
so yeah, let's go to number four.
What number four? Ah, ah,
Oh no!
I'm cute. I know I'm sexy.
I know.
Shawn Michaels.
Got the crowd going wild. He's got the looks.
I would say he was amazing too, live, even though he was older at that time.
Yeah, he was. He was. But
I,
unfortunately, we only saw him in a tag match, but it was still good.
I would say him, Triple H, Y2J, and Orton was really amazing too, live. He was really good too.
Oh yeah, Orton. I forgot about that.
Orton was
Yeah, he was.
like a, I don't know, he was like a dolphin in a sea. That's how I can explain it. Like the smooth.
He was born to. Yeah, so smooth. He was born to wrestle. Like he was perfect for.
So
Yeah, he was awesome.
Shawn Michaels had love hate relationship. Shawn Michaels, but I was actually with Marty Jannetty when they were having a feud. But I remember watching that feud at the time, 92, 93, whatever it was, where he threw Marty Jannetty through the window.
Yeah.
And then Marty Jannetty came back and did like a somersault punch Shawn Michaels after a match. You remember that?
Yeah, he was wearing cowboy. Was he wearing cowboy boots or something?
I
I
can't remember,
remember
but
that.
he did that cool like somersault thing when he just flipped.
Yeah, and he was punching him. Yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, smoking. No, not smoking. What are they called? The Rockers. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
the Rockers were cool.
yeah, they were. They were.
And then Shawn Michaels, I hated him when he became the sexy boy first. But you were meant to hate him, so that was a good job.
Sean.
Winning the Royal Rumble twice in a row, I used to get angry.
Yeah.
But then I started liking him too because like he was amazing in the ring. You couldn't deny like amazing in the ring, could do awesome moves, could run.
Yeah,
And
I just don't like it when he refused to put people over and stuff. I didn't like that part of his personality.
I mean that's real life. We're not going into that. A lot of these guys are assholes.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, he also did an awesome comeback. That's why I really, really liked him against Triple H. He had that great street fight match in SummerSlam. What are you contemplating? And then he did the elbow drop off the damn truck.
yeah.
Your position to show you what movie did. You don't stay in the position, right?
Yeah, those days we were with Shawn Michaels. I want to beat Triple H up.
Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania, Iron Man. What can you say, man? Like he could go, man.
Yeah, he could go. He had a lot of good
I took
matches.
it
Just a
enough
lot.
who to be with, but I think part of me was with Shawn Michaels, but I still wanted Bret to win. But Shawn Michaels was winning me over at that time. And then yeah, I just started liking. I hated DX because I love the Hart Foundation, but it was entertaining, man. So yeah, I liked older Shawn Michaels better, but I was always a fan of his work.
Me too.
It
Yeah,
was just
I like.
he had great matches with Macho Man too. I think right in the old days.
Yeah, he did. Macho Man beat him with one leg apparently, but yeah,
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah, that was the match we had on cassette.
Yeah,
So yeah, great on the mic. DX as well helped beat WCW, and yeah, so comeback. Yeah, what can you say about Shawn Michaels, man?
yeah, one of the
Matches
best.
with Undertaker, two matches are amazing. Some people say one of them is the best of all time, and of course the Triple H every time. This time it's personal. Like, how many times do you have a match?
I know, man. It's like real life best friends. Uh,
But yeah,
but
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels, the boy toy. Right. Next on my list is I was always better than you, Bret. Owen Hart.
Number 4?
Number 4, Owen Hart. Um, Amazing wrestler. I think aside from Eddie Guerrero, the funniest guy ever in wrestling. Like always playing the bad guy, always like pretending he didn't know what was going on. Um, the way the facial expressions into the camera, his comedy moments with the bulldog. Just great wrestler. Really entertaining. High flying. His match with Brett with the WrestleMania, that was amazing. All his intercontinental title reign and stuff. But especially when he was against Brett going for the title and stuff, that was probably his best years. But yeah, it's really outside the ring there. He really won me over with his comedy. Thoughts?
He's on my list too, so I'll save it for later.
All right, cool. Okay, we'll go to yours then. Next, number 4.
Number 3 now.
3. I'm sorry.
Well, you know something, brothers. I gotta be in this list, brothers. I can't deny I'm a huge Hogan fan as a kid, so it has to be there. That's the whole part of my childhood of getting into wrestling was Hulk Hogan back in the day.
I don't know. I never really liked Hogan.
Our cousin's uncle had a VHS of Hogan versus Andre, so I remember watching that in Manchester. At the time, going there for holidays, watching the match and just loving it, loving the theme song, catchy. It was cool. It was like a over the top character, man. It was like perfect for kids. I was younger than you, maybe that's why I gravitated more.
Maybe I liked Hollywood Hogan. That was a good turn when he became Hollywood Hogan in the NWO. That was really cool.
Suburban Commando, shout out, good movie, underrated movie.
No one listening probably remembers that aside from us, probably like 5 people.
And then, yeah, I mean, as a kid, he was my favorite. Then he got overtaken by these other guys, but also when he became NWO, that was awesome. Especially when he came
Yeah, that was
back
good.
and he had went against The Rock. Like, oh man, that was amazing, man.
Yeah, his match against The Rock is one of the greatest of all time. WrestleMania 18 in Toronto. Yeah.
Another guy that was awesome on the mic and had the look and the personality that you paid attention, and he still does. He still has that personality. So,
He's the biggest.
Hogan, man, he made wrestling famous. So.
He made wrestling. He's the biggest wrestler of all time, no matter what anyone says. Even though he's not in my top 10, I have to admit that. And that's a fact.
Oh my God, he's not even there?
Nope, he's not in there.
Don't disrespect their brother. We're going to talk after this podcast.
Brother, this was a top 10 favorite, not that top 10 best or most famous brother. You didn't make the list, brother.
We just finished your podcast.
Shut up, Hogan. All right. Me? Okay, what are we? Number 3 now, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's British, and he was known as the British Bulldog. Davey Boy Smith. Bulldog. One of the best wrestlers. Strong guy. Power guy, but also fast, also super technical.
It's the perfect music, sorry.
Dumb. This brother in the UK disrespecting the British Bulldog on this podcast. There you go. Sing it. Late respect.
Damn, I was getting into that music too in the background. That was the wrong guy.
I was like, why is he doing that music? I didn't even notice.
It's perfect in my top 22.
Anyway, Bulldog, probably his greatest match was against Bret the Hitman Hart at Wembley Stadium for the Intercontinental title. He danced with Bret again, Shawn Michaels, Owen Hart. He had a long European titles.
The Bulldog Tag Teams Championships.
Yes, he was also the tag team champion with Owen Hart. With
Dynamite Kid.
Also, yeah, with Dynamite Kid, the British Bulldogs. That's how they started. Dynamite Kid. And Davey Boy Smith, real life cousins. They trained in the dungeon with Stu Hart. Obviously, the Bulldog was the Bret Hart's brother-in-law. So yeah, he was very much part of the Hart family, and that was also fun seeing him in the Hart Foundation with Owen Hart, Bulldog, Jim Anvil, and what was the
Pillman.
Brian Pillman, rest in peace. So that was a cool period too when there was the Hart Foundation with all those guys. But yeah, Bulldog, British guy, probably best British wrestler of all time. What can you say? That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So my number two, you will rest in peace. You got to put Undertaker there. Oh man, I loved Undertaker as a kid. This stuff was so cool, scary.
Yeah,
Funny story watching like a pay per view in Saudi Arabia back in '92. Saw like a kid holding Undertaker toy I wanted so badly. I begged
yeah.
my parents, and I finally got it in a visit to England. I got the Undertaker toy, and I still remember that moment. That's why how much it meant to me. And I also got the Macho King toy. He's not in my top 10 list.
Oh, I forgot about Macho Man. Oh my god, I should have put him in.
God, you idiot. That's like your number two.
Oh no.
Oh, no, you idiot.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I will give you honorable mention.
God. Who did you put number two? Anyway, maybe Macho Man used to be your favorite for a long time.
Well,
He was actually.
oh, you forgot someone big too. When we get to number one, I know your number one's gonna be. You're gonna kick yourself too. Yeah, I love the Macho Man. Man, my number two is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Da-dun, da-dun,
Da
da-dun.
da da. I just love Austin, the whole Attitude Era. But I loved his feud with Bret Hart. That was really what made him.
And your
He really had.
father, Stu.
I'm gonna beat you and your fat fathers too. You got a piece, but you didn't get all of it. Austin, just the character, the look, the stunner, everything, man. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
that's another thing we forgot to mention before was a stunner. What a great move.
Yeah, one of the best finishers, if not the best finisher in history. By the probably the biggest wrestler in that time period, when wrestling was at its peak. We already talked about Austin, so I won't go too much. Let's go to your number one.
Did I cheat my number one? You bet your ass I cheated number one. It's a staple. Stable.
Oh, I knew it. I was like, what? What? He forgot. So and so.
What a hard foundation.
The whole stable.
No, the three guys from the Hart Foundation. So
Okay.
third one is the British Bulldog. I didn't come here to help you, but I didn't come here to help you. I came here for my reasons. The reasons I need Stone Cold. I'm too busted. What can I say? The Bulldog, awesome ring abilities, crazy body. Of course, from England, so you had that connection that you felt he was from where you are, kind of thing. We found out later why he wasn't given the championship because he had his own personal demons. Otherwise, easily should have been champion. Bloody hell! Like I remember watching I think we had a bulldog like home documentary type of video. Remember that with his parents getting interviewed and stuff in the backyard.
Yeah, I still can't believe I forgot Macho Man. But anyway, yeah.
So yeah, bulldog number two is the best there is, the best there was, the best ever will be. Bret
Yes.
Hart,
Yeah.
one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah. Save that one. Save that one. I want to talk about him.
It will say, like, and then number one for me has to be it's Owen Hart. Owen Hart.
Hart. Owen Hart. Oh, the Rocket Owen Hart. The
I'm
King of
better than
Hearts.
you bet. I'm better than you go back. What can you say to Owen Hart, man? I love them right away from high energy days with Coco Beware.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think being two brothers, we just identify with those two brothers and how their personalities kind of mimicked ours in real life too at the time.
Yeah, I was always the more serious, straight down the line, no surprises. You were the more comedy, spontaneous, funny guy. I think it really matched our personalities.
So when they were going feud and we were choosing our sides, it just made it fun. Anyway, oh man, he could wrestle. He could do high flying and technical. Awesome on the mic. Major disrespect never giving him the title. That was stupid. He should have beat Brett those days. They could have had a long feud over it.
Yep, yep.
I mean, especially like 93, 94, man. He was awesome. When he broke away from high energy and he was the Black Heart. And
Yeah, he was young. He had the moves. He had the charisma. He had everything.
yeah, He did a sharpshooter too as a finisher. The trash talking. He was way better on the mic than Brett. He was a better high flyer than Brett. He just didn't have, I guess, that look that Bret Hart did. But otherwise, I think he was better than Bret almost in everything. Other
Wait,
than
wait, wait.
having a look. Yeah.
Wait. I don't agree with this.
In the 93, 94 days, like those early 90s, I think so, man. He could do.
I think Brett was better in the ring, but not in the high flying.
What about the match with Bulldog that Owen had? Those guys tore it up.
Brett tore it up too in Wembley Stadium. You forgot about that?
Yeah, but Owen could do like flips and stuff. Bret can never do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but Brett knows how to build a match.
Sorry, though.
Anyway, let's agree or disagree. Anyway,
Bret was a crappy high flyer, though.
yeah, he was. He was.
But his psychology in the ring was better, I guess. The way he
So psychology, I think he's the best of all time. Brett in the ring.
yes, but yeah, Owen was just more likable, funny with the slammies when he had the two slammies and kept bringing them to the ring. He would talk trash to the camera too in his entrance, and everyone said like he was an awesome guy backstage. I think the only one thing bad he did was when he broke Austin's neck, and then apparently
Yeah,
I heard Jr. said like yeah, he felt too embarrassed to even like contact Austin about it, and then yeah, he died unfortunately
yeah.
to that stupid accident when they were trying to screw him over and give him that crappy gimmick, the blue
Yes,
blazer.
yes.
But I always loved Owen Hart. I always followed his career. He was always my favorite. Whenever he was going against Brett, I was always with Owen Hart. So yeah, Owen Hart, man. He
Absolutely.
awesome wrestling. I think even before in Canada with a mask on, right? He wrestled with a mask. So a lot of Canadians already knew him before. But yeah, I was introduced to WWF. High energy. Yeah, so amazing. Anytime you had to feud with anyone, it just made it interesting. Like Ken Shamrock and the dungeon. You're not thinking the dungeon when they fought in the dungeon and they fought in the UFC Octagon ring. Do you remember that? Like wherever that.
Yes, that was great. Yeah.
But yeah, his match with Brett, his match with Bulldog, and then when the Hart Foundation formed, that was amazing too. When the Bulldog and Owen were feuding, the Bret Hart came and joined them all together, and then they whooped those guys' ass, Americans' ass.
That was Legion of Doom, Stone Cold, Ken Shamrock, and was that it?
Was one
And Stone Cold,
and Owen Hart pinned the Stone Cold with the
Yeah, yeah. Owen Hart got Stone Cold, but he was distracted
and the
by.
Hart Foundation versus DX.
Yeah,
And of course, yeah, the comedy that the Bulldog and Owen brought backstage that you touched upon before.
Hilarious comedy.
When they're wondering where Austin is and they both act like nothing happened when they both came out of the bathroom with a crowbar and they dropped.
They basically beat him up. What were you two perpetrating in the changing room?
Anything. There's a lot of ball guys going on here. Stone Cold Steve Austin's not here tonight. They got rid of him and he's still walking around.
No, there were not a lot of ball guys. It was Austin that you beat up. Anyway. All right.
So yeah, number one Owen, but overall, yeah, I love Brett too, though. I love Brett a lot.
Yeah. And that brings me to my number one, which is no surprise. Bret, the Hitman Hart. The pink and black attack is back. What do you say about Bret Hart, one of the most famous wrestlers of all time? I just loved him in the ring. I love what he stood for, integrity, like when he got screwed and everything. But just the way he carried himself was very relatable. Man of the people, just more on the quiet side, but he spoke in the ring. He had the sunglasses, which I have a signed pair of. I got to see him twice in real life. I got to see him in the
3 times. We saw him live in the ring too.
Yeah, I was going to say live in the ring, but actually in person, like more closer twice, in a signing thing. But yeah, once in the ring too.
From the office.
Huh?
Wrestling with Shadows when he's looking for Vince McMahon and he's looking
yeah, even everything, Wrestling with Shadows, the piece of shit locked himself in his office. But he had great matches with Mr. Perfect, Shawn Michaels. He had a bunch of matches with Undertaker,
basically.
Undertaker, Mankind, Hulk. No, not Hulk Hogan, but maybe one time in WCW. Sting, Ric Flair, Owen, Bulldog. Everybody at his time.
Everyone. He made everyone better.
Yeah, he did. And that's why everyone says.
Wrestler, you could tell. And The fact
Even like Hakushi, the match with Hakushi, Bam Bam Bigelow, Razor Ramon, the list goes on and on.
the right one
Diesel,
chewed the left one will, and he beat Razor Ramon and Ric Flair for his first title.
yeah, and no, he beat Ric Flair before that in a house show, but he beat
No,
the one with
first time.
Diesel.
No,
The one with Diesel was really good when he was
Rolled him.
losing and he rolled him up. And Kevin Nash, for those who don't know, but yeah, one of the best, man. And I'm happy I got to see him in real life. I guess that's my childhood hero. I got his signed picture and signed sunglasses, and I've seen him, so I'm happy. And
Yeah, I
I
lost
don't know what else to say, man. He's just my
it.
favorite.
I had a signed picture too.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. We got to see him together. That was a cool moment we shared. And yeah, man, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Best music
What
of all time too.
greatest music, greatest look, greatest wrestler to me personally.
Yeah,
And
well, because Owen Hart died, but Bret Hart was given more opportunities. But yeah,
yeah, and he was the man. He was the man for a while. He
I
was the
hit
world
the
champ.
Hart Foundation with uh, Neidhart. Can't skip that. How he's
Yeah, he started off as a tag team wrestler with Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who was his real life brother-in-law, and they had some great matches too. And they won the tag belts, and then he went to Intercontinental level. He had a good match with the Mr. Perfect is probably the one that stands out. Then he went to world level. He had a good match with Shawn Michaels when Shawn Michaels was at Intercontinental level at SummerSlam '92. Everyone talks about the other SummerSlam, but that was a good one too.
plus the
And
only guy that was
King of the Ring
a
'93.
heel in one country and a babyface in every other country.
Yeah, he could play both. People thought he couldn't play the heel, but his heel was probably even better in '97.
People saying he wasn't great on the mic, but his heel work was amazing on the mic.
Yeah, when he was on the heel, he was great. And I forgot the main was his feud with Austin. It was made Stone Cold Austin what he is. WrestleMania
13 or something.
13, yeah. Submission match was what made Stone Cold.
They did a double turn.
Double turn, great match. I think that's probably my favorite match of all time, or one of them.
So, but the way he takes wrestling so seriously made you believe that was real too as a kid. Like,
Yeah, he really went into that realism.
which made it good for the audience because then you were invested in it.
Yeah, I think the greatest, as Vince McMahon said, the greatest storyteller in the ring. The way he builds a match uh, is just amazing. The psychology. He
And
might not be the fastest or
uh,
high flying, but he had the psychology down.
a
Number
lot
one.
of other wrestlers' favorite guy to wrestle too, like big guys like Taker, Austin. Like a lot of big guys prefer Brett too.
Austin always keeps talking about Bret. So does Taker. So even Shawn Michaels benefited a lot from Bret Hart. But um, yeah, that's it, man. Number one, I would just say that I would move Macho Man to number two over Austin. And that means I would take Mankind out of the top 10. So that would be my revised top 10.
Yeah, Macho Man was even your favorite over Bret Hart in the early '90s. Remember?
Yeah, he was. I forgot about him.
Ooh, you son of a gun! Yeah,
Rest in peace.
I got
But,
my Macho Madness. Yeah,
ooh, I forgot.
I did not forget the steroids in WCW. Yeah,
We don't talk about that. Yeah. He was also in the NWO for a while.
oh yeah, it was cool playing as Macho Man in WCW Revenge too.
Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
I like that. Yeah, he's not my top 10.
Will you marry me?
Elizabeth. Yeah, he was
So,
cool. So.
yeah, those were our top 10 wrestlers.
Again, other than my number one, I can interchange all of them pretty much.
Yeah, I would just like to say that Kurt Angle would probably almost made it. Another one, honorable mention. Um,
My honorable mentions are Razor Ramon. I used to like Razor. Scott.
Razor, definitely Razor and Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash. Yeah, I mean, he's fine on the mic, but he's not in my top 10 ever.
I mean, as in like not best wrestlers, but just entertaining personalities.
Mr. Perfect definitely might be.
Mr. Perfect, yeah, Mr. Perfect missed it, but only because I don't know. I guess didn't see a lot of his matches, but so the ones I saw were
He's
really
not
good.
more where he was like, yeah, in it, like later days. We didn't see him early too much when he was young.
Yeah, we didn't catch his young days, but his matches with Brett and stuff were great, man.
Yeah, he was an awesome wrestler. Again, this is not the best wrestlers. Maybe we'll do that one time.
Yeah, this is favorite wrestlers. Favorite
This is
wrestlers.
just the ones you were behind, but yeah.
Yeah, like Randy Orton is an amazing wrestler, but he's not in my top 10 because he's not my favorite.
And
Like
real number one now. John Cena.
John Cena. What? As my friend Zeus said, this guy's the champion? Like, no.
Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks.
Cena sucks. Cena sucks. But actually, I like Cena when he was
Like,
Intercontinental.
but that gimmick sucks. That's not his.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it is.
But it's funny when he was a funny bad guy and he was doing those rap disses.
Yeah, Doctor Thugonomics.
Yeah. I like that Cena quite a lot.
It's not his fault that they made him stick to that stupid gimmick for so long. But he does have charisma and he's awesome on the mic too. But that
Yeah, he carried the company for 10 years, man. What can you say? But
yeah, he
it wasn't for
company.
it wasn't for me. And thing people we missed out, The Rock, obviously we missed him out.
I never liked The Rock when he was younger.
You brothers missed me out of your
It's
podcast.
too flashy and too over the top for me in those days. I was an Austin fan in those days. Billy,
Yeah, I think he's better as an actor.
I was
I
like
like
Logan.
yeah, yeah, I liked him better as an actor. Yeah.
I like Rock more when he came back against Goldberg and he was older and stuff. That was
Yeah.
a big deal.
Triple H is another guy we missed out. Obviously good wrestler, but not my favorite by any means. But it was pretty good when we saw him live.
Yeah, there's a few, man, over 30 years ago.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio could have been in there. I can't even think. There's so many wrestlers over the last 30 years. It's hard to kind of pick 10, but those would be the 10 favorites that we have.
All
All
right.
right.
Thanks for listening. We out like the 1, 2, 3 count.
1, 2, 3. We out.